seen you in ages.
I'm sorry,
Nice
what's your name?
to see you.
I'm sorry, what's your name again?
My name is Dolores.
Oh! Van Cartier.
Yes, it is.
Good to see you, too. I like
Nice
your
to
sweater.
see you. Thank you. Thank you. I thought I'd do a little something, something. Yeah, you're very
I
colorful.
got a new wig today.
Very nice.
You can pop a lip color.
It's Friday, you guys.
I know.
Yeah.
Amazing. TGIF.
That's right. Hey, Nasty.
Yeah.
Are you one of the nasty women? What, are we all? Yes.
Nasty some are nastier than others.
Perhaps, perhaps. But
Nasty
talking
is.
about nasty, oh, you nasty girl. Hillary and Donald Trump. Not that they're married, Hillary and Donald Trump. Hillary and Donald shared a table-ish last night at the Catholic Charities event known as the Al Smith Dinner and took the mic for some stand-up comedy. Take a look. More like a roast.
Michelle Obama gives a speech, and everyone loves it. My wife, Melania, gives the exact same speech. And people get on her case.
People look at the Statue of Liberty and they see a proud symbol. Donald looks at the Statue of Liberty and sees a 4. Maybe a 5 if she loses the torch and tablet and changes her hair.
Last night, I thought, well, you know, I remember when Donald Trump used to come on this show, and he was fun. And it was like I had a moment of relief from the meanness, you know? He was actually getting laughs and being funny. I mean, look at this picture of I tried years ago I tested his hair. He was amiable about it. You know what I mean? And now what happened to him?
He's shifted. You know, he's just, no, I wish it was, you could just say it's about age. It's not, it's just, you know, people change when they want to be president. They try to cater and get elected. And so,
well, who's
you know.
Which is the real Donald? Is it the one that has fun with a joke? Or is it the one that, you know, attacks women?
Who's the real anybody when you're a public figure? Who is the real anybody? You never really know who someone is when they're a public figure because they're putting their best foot or their most purchasable foot out in front. Not who they really are.
Right.
That's why you have those people you're like, oh my goodness, he did that, she did that. Yeah, because they're normal people, but that doesn't sell.
No.
I'm a total bee behind closed doors.
A total, like, are you like a honeybee or
No,
like
no.
what kind of bee?
Like nastier than this one.
Yeah.
The one that rhymes with N. Now you tell the truth, girl.
I don't think any of us are buying that. We're not buying that, Sarah. You're
Right.
not that way at all.
No, we've known real bitches. You're not.
I'm in training, so...
Yeah, B-I-T.
But I have to say, she's a bitch. She's not a yeah. But things actually got a little uncomfortable last night at this event because, well, let's show it to you and see what you think. Take a look.
Hillary is so corrupt. She got kicked off the Watergate Commission. Here she is tonight in public, pretending not to hate Catholics.
I love the expression of the guy sitting right next to him.
Did you see his eyes go like that? I mean,
It was great.
he just couldn't help doing it. And just when you think, okay, oh, there's a person, he becomes something else. And did he just not realize that it was a bad joke? I mean, Hillary's first joke didn't go as well as I think everybody would have liked it to go. But I think she got a little more traction once she said, you know, she'll be a 4 if she loses the torch and the thing.
Yeah.
Well,
but neither of them are.
Let's not forget, as comedians,
but I'm just saying. No, I think it was not it wasn't the joke timing-wise. You know, because nobody knows if you're not a comic, you don't know how to do the timing.
Yeah.
So you tell the thing and you read it, and it's like you leave the space. You go, oh no.
And the thing about
It's like, oh, okay, there it is.
yeah.
You know.
Doing comedy too, and I tried to do this. You got me on stage, and
she's funny.
Not really. I'm not funny.
She was funny.
But there's no easy way off the exit ramp. I mean, you crash and you burn, and it's a really uncomfortable position.
Flop sweat.
That's tough what they had to do. Neither of them proved to be a comedian in chief. They need to go call Obama because he does it real well.
He knows how to do it.
I just felt like Hillary's
that.
I always like the person that's a little more self-deprecating, and I felt like her jokes, she allowed some to be pointed at her, which made it fun. I think his crossed the line, and I don't like a roast. I get uncomfortable at roasts, but if you're going to roast, you got to be really super clever, not just mean. And he didn't dance that very well.
He got the biggest laugh at her expense, Melania's.
Yeah.
Which was cute. I like that one.
Well, see, I feel like she's easy to toss under the bus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's done it more than once, and I think it actually bothers me. You know, I think it just bothers me. I don't want it coming from him.
Yeah. Because of what he said beforehand.
You know, and it comes from so many other places. If you're going to have fun at her expense, uplift her.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but that's me. I'm weird that way. I'm just weird that way.
There was an uplifting moment. I've got to say, you know, they did shake hands, which we did not see them shake hands at the third debate. But one of the most powerful moments is a moment that none of us saw. And Cardinal Dolan was talking about it this morning on a competing morning show. And I want to read what he said. Cardinal Dolan.
Today's Show?
That possibly,
CBS this morning.
Yes. Possibly the first one. He said that this was a private conversation that the three of them had. And he said Trump turned to Secretary Clinton and said, you know, you are one tough and talented woman. He said, this has been a great, good experience. This whole campaign, as tough as it's been. Here's how she responded. She responded, Donald, whatever happens, we need to work together afterwards. And I think we're at such a point in our country where we're so divided. What happens November 9th is really important. And to see the two of them be able to well, I don't know, but just to reconcile in some senses, I think that's the first step that needs to happen in order for our country to heal.
Did the Cardinal say this?
Thank you.
Didn't the Cardinal say it was a private moment? Why is he spilling the tea?
I know, it's like confessional. You're supposed to never talk. Yeah.
But I think this is a moment that we need to know that it took place because it's so divisive.
I don't know if people actually. I don't know if people actually will buy it because you know it was so nasty up until that private moment that it's hard to say, oh well, you know, I can see that happen. I just feel like I don't know. I'm just.
Well, he did say, he has really thrown that off balance by saying, I will concede with grace if I win.
Yes.
He said that, I think it was yesterday.
Yes.
So he's still playing the game of, you know, there's going to be problems if I don't win. You know,
He loves the game. Mention of that stuff.
Yes, he does.
Well,
He
he has to
does.
assuage his ego. If he loses, how's he going to deal with
Everybody
it?
on TV is curbing his ego. That's enough.
Well, but you know, as I've said from the very, very beginning, you know, our media has done a lot to place him in front of it. We've been part of it, though we've been sort of pooping on it periodically.
We were hardly nice to him.
No, this is not about being nice. It's the amount of time. And how, you know, you see...
Free advertising is what it is.
It's been free advertising from day one in a way that we've not seen with any other candidate, not the other Republican candidates, not the Democratic candidates.
Third party.
No third. We haven't, you know, we put the third party candidate on.
But I think that if we hadn't seen all of that, you wouldn't see what it was really like. You wouldn't see it if you needed to see it for a whole year so that you can come to the conclusion that he's not qualified.
But we made his case for him, and that's the problem. We'll be right back. We'll come back and talk more about it.
Coming up, Real Housewives panic. Which one says she's terrified that her children are abandoning her? No matter your political view,
I'm not saying who I'm going to vote for. That's up to me.
with so much on the line,
We're looking at our children and our future.
this is the place to be heard.
We can have respectful conversations.
Because tell them, Whoopi,
It's why the name of the show is what?
The View.
It's The View.
on ABC.
So welcome back. Black China. You know Black China, right? She's called Black China, but she's like on TV, she's called China. And like I never understood why Black China turned into just China, but that's just me. She's having a baby with Rob Kardashian. And she just like announced she bought herself a Rolls Royce for working so hard all year. But her publicist says that's her push present to herself. But like, can you buy a push present if you haven't pushed the baby out yet?
And she bought it for herself, right?
Yeah.
Apparently.
$400,000 gift she gave herself.
Holy
She works for it. Don't come
Maybe
for her.
the
She
baby
works every
thing.
day for it.
She works. So what does that do to Rob? Because everybody's so concerned about Rob's self-worth, self-worth and everything. Like, what does he give her now for a push present?
How do you
But
top
here's
that?
I have a question though. Sorry to go this way. I have a question.
Still in character.
So
Still in character.
I don't have a baby, okay? Not that I do want one, but I
Right.
don't have a baby. I thought the push present was the child. I thought it was.
You want to take a
The
photo?
ducklets. I thought it was yay for you, and here's the child you worked so hard for, and had everybody else vote
We
for
didn't do
it.
any push presents. The baby was enough.
My mom got a present, but that was when she got pregnant. They knew it was my brother. My dad bought her a beautiful ring. That's pretty,
that's
but like she didn't get a push present.
Did you wait? So Max didn't get you anything for having Alec?
No, he brought me a lot of Canada Dry while I was like, that's all you can drink. And some orange jellos, but that was about it. And I was okay with that. I mean, I like more a random act of kindness because when one thing he did do is he bought this, not expensive, but this thin little ring at 3 months of breastfeeding because he knew I'd struggled. And he said, one day he just said he had a gift and I thought that was thoughtful because he was saying, I appreciate what you've done. I know you struggled here. Like that was sweet, but no other.
Like I gave birth on Thanksgiving, so all I got was a lousy turkey.
You didn't get me dressed
the baby. You got the baby.
Besides the baby, of course.
Okay.
But
Let's-
imagine how expensive it could get. Think of Mrs. Jugger. Yeah, you could go
my
broke.
gosh.
Oh.
I didn't even know it was a thing until after I have 3 kids. I didn't get one after the second or third, but after I had Caroline, somebody asked what the push present was. I was like, the what? The push present? And so I actually took my husband to Tiffany's, the only time I've had a little blue box. And I picked out my own push present, a pair of earrings and a
Why is it
bracelet.
material? I'm so confused. Why is it a material thing? Where's the college fund? Where is the extra diapers? Where is the
Diapers aren't
renovation?
going to do anything for me. This is about you.
Yes,
you
it is
just
gonna do
carried
a
a
lot for
baby.
you.
No, you just carried a baby for 4
You
weeks.
want to do nuts out for something, honey. You want it.
You no. You started it You started it months ago. That's your fault.
Too soon.
You laid down.
Too soon.
You laid down.
Something for the mom.
So on your birthday, you're alive. So don't give yourself a birthday gift because that's your gift. You're still alive.
I agree. I actually agree.
We'll be still in character. Still in character here.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I had a baby, and that was it.
Right.
I mean, I had a baby. I mean, it wasn't like you have to give me something because I did something with you that we did together, because then you're going to want a present too. So no presents for anybody, and just like be glad.
Or if someone just gets off of you after the end of it, if someone gets off of you after the end of it, you could just say, you're welcome. And then call it a
There you
day.
go. As long as it's someone you want to have a baby with.
You're
And
welcome.
sometimes it's a surprise, and boy, is that a whole other thing. Okay, so we're gonna go and come back because we can. Bye. Welcome back. So, on an upcoming episode of the reality show, Manzo'd with children, former Real Housewife of New Jersey, Caroline Manzo, and her husband make it clear how they feel about their kids moving away from them. Take a look.
Talia, we got a pass for this. It's like, don't leave me. Where are you going?
No, you can't, because she didn't stay home. She grew up in Queens.
And she moved
She
where?
moved to where her husband grew up. But she moved. She
I think
started a
she's
new
talking
life.
about if they move really far away.
Actually, listen, to a lot of people, Queens is very far away. Queens to New Jersey, it's
A successful parent is someone who raises their kids to leave home and survive on their own. And so I think the opposite of what she's saying, as sad as it must be, because my parents, they're in Florida, we're all spread out. We haven't been close. They weren't close to their parents. But I think it's a failure if they never want to come visit. Like, if they never want to see you, that might be a parental failure.
But how old are they? They look like grown.
They're like in
They
their
can do whatever they want.
20s, 30s.
Kids are going to do what they do. You can't really stop them.
But those aren't, those are her kids forever and her babies, but those are grown men.
Yeah.
They're men. They need to, she needs to get over that, right? There's a point
don't know, though.
the child has to help the adult grow up and realize that they are human and not just your child.
Selfish of her.
It's selfish, and I'll admit I'm that parent. I'm already having these conversations. No, I kind of am, because this hits close to
But
home.
you moved.
I moved away when I was 17, and I'm now almost 41. I haven't been home, and it's hard. I miss my family all the time, and I have these
Well,
conversations.
wait, but so why then, if this is the case?
Yes, do as I say, not as I do, daughter.
Well, because you had a dream. You moved and you achieved your dream, and you can go home whenever you want to. You
Not
can.
really.
Well, no, you can. You're choosing not to. And that's okay, because this is what you're supposed to do as an adult. You're supposed to go and start your family and do your thing, and then go let family visit, or you can go move back after you've gotten what you want to get out of your
I think
your
it's
move.
hard, too, that, my parents are getting older, and I feel like I'm missing out on a lot. I've had these conversations with my daughter, because she sees how hard it is to say goodbye to my parents. They're 80 and 76 now, and, yes, there are, I tried to tell her there are sacrifices involved. You want to pursue your dreams, but there are sacrifices, and that's the hardest part for us, is not being around family. So she and I have had these conversations, and I said, I would love it if you stayed close. She said, Mommy, I'll live with you. And I'm like, not that close, but maybe next door. Maybe next door, and I'll babysit for you. But I understand.
babysit for her.
You want to empower your kids, but I admit I want them to live in the same neighborhood.
Maybe one will stay close.
Maybe
I would
one.
feel so bad if I couldn't see my grandson all the time. I would just hate that. I would hate it.
That would kill Steve more than you, though.
It would kill both of us.
I'm sorry. I'm maybe because I grew up in the industry since I was 3 years old. I was on a plane back and forth at like 9 by myself, traveling to go visit my mom when she was in Atlanta, because I was working over here. And I know that's not the way everyone's life is set up, but there are road trips, there are visits, there are
and also,
FaceTime.
you want your kids to have the time to raise their children.
Yeah.
You want to give them space. I always joke and say, when my kids are here, I'm there. When I'm there, they're here. But the truth of the matter is, part of that was to make sure that I wasn't seen as somebody trying to tell them how to live their life and raise your kids. And I think it's a mistake if you don't let them know this. If you don't let them know.
There's physical separation and there's emotional separation. Kids can move to Australia and still be attached at the hip to their parents, and and have a miserable life. Anyway,
Yes.
so there are two
can
jobs
go
there.
good.
You did a good job, though, because for what you're saying, giving them their space, whenever you decide to do anything or go anywhere, they're all like, we're coming with you.
Yeah, exactly.
They want to go they're right there. Right there.
That's true.
It's crazy. So we'll be right back. We're not going anywhere either.
Hi, I'm Al Franken. I'm Senator from Minnesota. I'm coming on next. It'll be the first time I've been back here at The View in, I think, over 10 years. But fortunately, not a lot has happened since.
As a writer and performer on Saturday Night Live before becoming the junior senator from Minnesota. So with a background in both politics and comedy, who better to comment on the current campaign season? Please welcome the fabulous Senator Al Franken. So Al, we have 18 days. Can you believe it? 18 more days of this.
I'm going to be happy when it's over.
Yeah.
I've been campaigning for Hillary. Someone went, yes. I've been campaigning around the country, both for Hillary and for Democratic Senate candidates. I'm a Democratic senator. Don't do it. You don't have to do it. Yeah, I did. No. No, don't applaud for Democrats.
What I say.
That was very cheesy, what I just did.
What funny?
Well, kind of. It was interesting. I just saw your last segment about parenting and your kid. I live on Capitol Hill now.
Right.
My daughter lives in D.C. in a neighborhood pretty far away. We're moving to 2 blocks away from them because I got 2 she has a 3-year-old and a 1-month-old.
And you want to see them.
And I want to see them all the time. Mainly it's so my wife can. My daughter wants my wife there.
Of course.
Of course you
And
do.
I watched the thing last night. The
Did you see it? What did you think? Were they funny?
Trump was funny for about 2/3 of it, almost. And then he started telling jokes that weren't jokes. They were just attacks.
Right.
It was the oddest thing. And people don't get booed at the Al Smith dinner. He got booed. And he did things that just were the thing about she's here pretending that she hates
Catholics. That was a bomb.
Well, you don't do that at the Al Smith dinner, because Al Smith was the first Roman Catholic to be nominated for president.
Yeah.
So the whole point of the dinner is how far we've come in this country. And because he suffered attacks when, you know, they said the Pope will
like
be...
Kennedy. Same
like
attacks
Kennedy. But Kennedy won and Al Smith didn't. So... that was really off.
But isn't that his MO, though? He's even in the debates, he starts off good. Everybody thinks, oh, look at, he's presidential, and then he just goes down the toilet.
Well,
in the second half, which is what he did last night.
A little bit off the rails.
He started off the rails in the first debate and the second debate. But, you know, I've been appalled by him from the very beginning.
From the elevator, the escalator.
The escalator appalled me. A lot of people say, you know, the thing about Mexicans being rapists and drug dealers was appalling. I was appalled by the escalator.
The escalator.
Go, you don't do that. You don't do an announcement.
It was royal. It was a very royal kind of groove. It was like
escalators as royal.
Well, when you come down and you have the people all around and you're doing this, to me, it looked a little royal.
You're right.
A little royal.
The conveyance,
yes,
not royal. It was more shopping mall, but royal than a shopping mall.
So when you hear him say that, you know, he's not, maybe he'll accept the outcome of the race. Maybe he's joking when he says, you know, if I win. Did that kind of throw you when you said, so now all of that stuff in
this is the worst thing that you can do as a presidential nominee, is because it undermines the whole foundation of our democracy. It's kind of bad, isn't it? Undermining the... that's awful. That's awful. But he has been pretty awful from the very beginning. Ban on Muslims entering this country, a religious test to enter the country.
The handicap, making fun of the handicap. Who does that?
Who does that? John not a hero because he got caught.
Yeah, I mean, we could spend all day going through it. It's hard to keep track of the things that normally would have eliminated.
And the lying. 72% of what he says is a lie, according to PolitiFact. 72%.
It's only 72% of the things they check for a lie.
Oh, that's true.
So there's other...
That's right.
Speaking of numbers, though.
So, I mean, let's be fair to him. You know what? I'd like to talk about Hillary.
Okay. Let's talk about Hillary, though. So, the WikiLeaks, I know they claim to have 50,000 emails, and this is this constant drip and distraction. Do you think that this is really going to be damaging to her the next 18 days? Are you concerned about it?
You know, so far, the stuff that's come out has been pretty tame. Yeah. I don't think so. I mean, part of that is that he has dominated the conversation because of some of the... Oh, speaking of awful things, the tape, the Hollywood Access Hollywood tape.
The Grope tape.
Yeah, that was bad. The thing, I've known Hillary for 23 years, and she is the smartest, hardest working, most experienced, and toughest person I know.
People think she's robotic and cold, and I know her a little bit, not like you, but she's always so pleasant and warm and fun and funny.
Yeah, I think that, and she's copped to the fact that as a campaigner, she's not her husband, she's not Barack Obama, but in person, she's very funny. The first time I spent any time with her, I did a little comedy film for her and the president. And I went down to the White House on a Friday, and she asked me to stay for dinner, if I could go to dinner. And it was movie night, and I'm going like, okay, the First Lady asked you to dinner, it's your patriotic duty to go to dinner, and I want to go. But it was a Friday, and I was working on Saturday Night Live, and Friday is kind of a key day. So I called Lauren, And I told her, I said, I got to ask Lauren
Lauren Michaels.
for
Saturday Night
permission,
Live,
yeah, the producer. And she thought that was funny that I had to ask Lauren, but that was okay. And then and I said, I have to get back to you. And I got Lauren, of course, gave me permission, but I showed up for dinner, and she said, so Lauren gave you permission? I said, yes. And she said, did he dock you?
Oh, Dr. Pay.
And and I just thought that's kind of who she is.
Right.
She's very in the moment. With President Bill Clinton, very often he'll just go like, well, you know, let me tell you what they're doing now with micro-lending in Bangladesh and how that's progressed. And you're going like, oh my God, I'm hearing the latest thinking from this global person. And she's just in the moment.
Yeah.
And she's just, so I'm looking forward to this being over. I'm looking forward to working with her. But everyone show up and vote.
Yeah, just, you know, it looks good right now, but you never know.
18 days.
Yeah.
18 days.
I won my first election by 312 votes.
Oh, yeah.
You're kidding.
So it is absolutely crucial. Every vote counts.
They do count.
This is state by state. And but I'm looking forward to it being over. I'm looking forward to getting back to work. I'm hoping that we have a Democratic Senate because
It'd be nice to get some stuff
Get something
done.
done. Okay, I got it.
You gotta go.
Gotta go. Go ahead, make your last point. Go ahead.
It wasn't a very good point.
Say it anyway.
No, I'm hoping that we can all work together when we get back. That's what I'm hoping.
Well, we're all going to...
That would be nice to see some cohesiveness.
Thank you so much, Al, for coming by. Mwah. Thanks to Al, Senator Al Franken.
I am backstage with my pal Daphne Oz, and people often get me confused for her, right? I mean, I totally get it. You're on The View, I'm on The Chew, we look so similar. I get confused sometimes, right, Daphne? No, I'm Sarah. Are you sure? I absolutely don't cook. Well, let's go cook. We're cooking on The View right now. Let's go.
We are tortured by the delicious aromas coming from our next door neighbors at the Chew, so we love to find reasons to get them over here. That's why I wore my big girl shirt today. Please welcome the author of the brand new cookbook, The Happy Cook, Daphne Oz.
Thank you. Good morning. I love to see you guys.
You, you're amazing.
I wanted to bring you some delicious food. Finally, let you sink your teeth into something real.
I need to, but first I want to know why you named it The Happy Cook.
So a happy cook to me is a confident cook, and I wanted to put together a list of all the recipes I rely on day in and day out that get me through my week, the fast breakfast, the office lunches, the weeknight dinners, because I want people to feel like you can look great in the kitchen. Here are the easy recipes that are going to make you look fabulous, and most importantly, people know that I'm like the happy, healthy one on The Chew. I wanted to give you food, not health food, but food that was a little bit healthier. I feel like that's how we all want to eat, right? That's how we're going to get our kids
Just a
to eat
little
that
healthier,
food.
so that we can be real happy.
Just a little bit healthier because we still want to enjoy. If it's not delicious, I don't care if it's healthy.
As long
so
as
that's
it
what
has
this is
cheese
about.
on it, I'm good. So what, what are we cooking? I didn't get cheese today.
I missed the cheese today. But I think you're going to like this one anyway.
Okay.
So everyone's had meatloaf. It's like a weeknight staple in a lot of houses. I wanted to make one that was a little bit lighter, like I said, but also change the flavors up a little bit. So I brought my hoisin glazed pork and turkey meatloaf.
Yum.
I try to take like the best flavors of a chicken dumpling and throw them on into this meatloaf.
Sorry.
So are you going to get your hands dirty with me a little bit?
Oh, girl, yes.
Good. Yes. I know you love to cook. Okay. And this is a really simple, like if this is the first recipe you try, I think it's a great one because it's guaranteed to make you look awesome.
Where's the tomato paste or the ketchup?
No, nothing like that. This is simple, fast food.
This is a meatloaf. It's supposed to be ketchup.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a super sticky sweet glaze that goes on top, so you're going to get into that. All right, so some panko breadcrumbs with a note inside. a secret love letter to me from Raymond.
It's like the king's cake.
You'll find it inside. Some whole milk. You always want to rehydrate your breadcrumbs, and I think that's one of the tricks to a really light, tender, juicy meatloaf is not overworking your meat and also having enough filler that keeps it really light and fresh. Some eggs, okay. And then, once you get that all mixed together, thanks, Sarah. You're on cleanup crew
Sous
today.
chef.
Right.
I like it.
And some grated onion. I love
onion.
Once you break out that box grater, I don't want to have a lot to clean up either, so I'm grating onion, grating garlic, grating ginger on here. Like I said, we're getting all those great Asian profile flavors, okay? Ginger, garlic,
hunty,
right?
hunty,
fresh basil.
hunty.
Woo! fresh scallions.
Yes, honey.
Fresh parsley.
All
What?
day, all
All
day.
right, cool.
Right
all three
now.
of them. And you're like my daughter right now. I love to get in the kitchen with her, let her help me.
Anytime you need me, Daphne.
Okay, a little bit of salt.
That's a lot of
You can
salt.
use soy sauce if you have that. Now here's where I try to make it a little lighter for you. I have a pound of pork here, so you get that really rich, delicious porky flavor that we all know and love. And then a pound of ground turkey, so it's a little bit lighter too, right? You have
That
it.
smells
And now
good.
at this one, whoa,
I
whoa,
make
whoa.
soda for that very reason. Diet, half real. This is working.
Now,
But you have to get to Sarah real quick.
yeah, okay, so get in there with your hands.
Oh,
And
you want me to get in there with my hands?
I mean, I thought we wanted to get messy in here.
I mean,
Perfect.
we're doing it.
So now be gentle, be delicate with
Oh,
yeah,
we
there.
gotta hurry up,
There you go.
though.
Okay, go. We're good. The whole point is here, you don't want to overwork it.
No,
Just incorporate like this, and then once it's all mixed, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Once you all mix it together, you're literally throwing it onto the plate, shaping it into your loaf, and then here's your one trick. Oh my gosh. Ladies, we're going to do our makeup segment after this. What's happening with this?
It's just pork and stuff. Okay,
So
and
now-
then you mold it into a
Mold it
thingy.
into your loaf. Now here's the one trick to making this really go over the top. Is, yes, please try some. Thank you.
keep doing your
Is
thing.
this super sticky sweet,
Super sticky sweet.
hoisin and ketchup glaze. If you don't have hoisin sauce, it's just like a plum sauce you can get at your grocery store in the
Oh, a
Asian
good
food
Dove
aisle.
sauce.
Just throw some ketchup right on top. It's sweet and sticky. Is that delicious? Is that delicious? Daphne, is that awesome? Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, this goes into a 350-degree oven, an hour and 15 minutes. Glaze it every 20 minutes with that little bit of ketchup and hoisin mixed together. Done.
No. Oh, imagine that on a sandwich.
Now, that's the trick. So in this book, I'm giving you, look, a lot of moms, I've got a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old. They're like, how do you make time to get in the kitchen? This is crazy. My thing is, look, I don't go to the gym as often as I should. Maybe my inbox is overflowing, but I make time to be in the kitchen because it makes me happy. And I offer you all these great tips and tricks I do to make it easier on myself. The things I make ahead of time. But anytime I turn the oven on, I'm making 2 of them. So 2 meals at a time. So you always have great leftovers with that leftover sandwich. I give you all my leftover ideas, ways to cook with your kids, ways to create buildable meals. So like 1 meal for you and your hubby, and then this easier version for you and your kids.
Talk like me. Like, there's
No, but
Sorry, guys.
you
Mention over here.
Wait, you can't forget that it's your baby's birthday today.
My son is turning 1
John.
today, you guys.
I know. Look at him. He's a dude. And my daughter Philomena, this is at the Teacups ride. So with the Chew, we went to Epcot for a week of shows, and I took my kids, and they had the best time. And this is actually like, that was, I don't know, 4 weeks ago, whatever. But he's such a dude. I can't stand it. When you have 2 kids and you can compare them, and they're so different, it's amazing.
Let's do the dessert in honor of him.
So this is the recipe in the book. My daughter loves the best. I made it for her. It's my blueberry yellow cake mix combination. I call it my blueberry tea cake. So I basically wanted to figure out how to make a boxed yellow cake mix at home that I could feel good about giving my kids.
What's in here?
Brown sugar, granulated sugar, and butter, and 3 eggs creamed together.
Okay.
And then throw it down in there. So
Yeah.
oh yeah. I really like cooking with you guys. This is why I am at home. It's like
I want
wild
one of these
and
in
crazy.
my house, man.
Dude.
We only have 1 minute. We got to get it in
Okay.
there. So you put the what is that, yogurt?
No, here's the trick to making it really dense and moist. I love you guys are talking. You like want to get a taste of this cake. I'll bring it to you. Don't worry. So a little bit of sour cream is what keeps it super light and
Sour
moist.
cream.
And
This
dense.
is light?
Mix it together. Throw the blueberries in. You bake it up. Again, simple baking. The baking is what takes time. This is so fast. Blueberry tea cake goes with tea, goes with wine, the mom juice, goes with everything.
And the crumble, really quick, because you know the crumble's the most important part
Crumble
of
is
the tea cake.
like if you love a coffee cake, this is brown sugar, a little flour, a little salt, a little butter.
Oh, you know what? This is amazing. Our thanks to Daphne Oz. All of these recipes are on our website, and you can see her on the Chew weekdays at 1 p.m. right here on ABC. The Happy Cook 125 recipes for eating every day like it's the weekend is available now. Members of our studio audience are going home with autographed copies, and we'll be right back.
Hi, welcome back. Okay.
Can I just say something?
You can.
I just want to say that Eminem has a new freestyle out. If you guys haven't seen it yet,
What?
please. Yeah, Eminem is back.
What's it called?
It's called The Campaign Speech. It is spectacular. 8 minutes. Go ahead and get it. Yes.
Go ahead, Eminem. Love it. Well, this was interesting for Friday.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do it again. Sometime. But we want you to have a great day and take a little time to enjoy your view.